Hello everyone, and welcome back to the FMA drawing that I was doing. Well, coloring rather. And let's see, I'm coloring greens here right now. And since I really didn't tell much of backstory, and plus it was very tedious doing this, and in normal speed, so I sped it up a little bit in this one because I felt, it was a little long for a couple different places to actually have it go at normal play. A little backstory about how I decided to do this. I did this, it was on Non-Desucon, I think it was like a year back, because this year I know we didn't get to go. They had Chris Patton, Wendy Powell, and Jerry Jewell, who did Greed, Envy, and Bury the Chopper. They were all going to be at one signing, and so I figured, you know what, I'm going to go and make a drawing for them to sign. So I sketched it out, and all they saw was the sketched version, so they haven't seen this version quite yet. And I did the rest of it later, like I inked it later and did all the, of course, coloring now that I was, on the stream. This one was for my boyfriend's birthday, so obviously I had a little bit of things I gotta do with it, because I had to make it look good. So, anyway, they had, okay, well, the other ones other than, Greed, or Chris Patton, Jerry Jewell, and Wendy Powell that I've met would have to be, I've met Chloe Clickenbeard, I've met Sony Straight. Those were the two first ones I've met that were from the Full Metal Alchemist. And Sony Straight does, of course, Maze Hughes, and Colleen Clickenbeard does both Rose, and she also does, I'm trying to remember her name. It slipped my mind for a moment. I'll get back to it probably. Oh yeah, Risa Hawkeye, duh. So yeah, I was basically brain dead for a moment. And let's see, I've also met Mike McFarland, who does Havoc, and I've met Vic Mignogna. I met Aaron Dismuke, who does Alphonse, and of course Vic does Edward Elric. And yeah, I've met a lot of the people that have done most of this series. And also, let's see, I've met I've seen Caitlin Glass. I haven't really met her or got her signature or anything. But she was in the music thing that I did for, it's like the concert that Vic Mignogna had, and I have most of it on the YouTube here. And anyway, if you're wondering what I've been using all this time, I've been using colored pencils for a lot of this, and also Copic markers, and a few Prismacolors. Yeah, the Prismacolor I know that I used the most would probably be of this Bury the Chopper's sword there, or knife. I guess you could call it a knife, I guess. Okay, and anyway, this is just one of the drawings I did. There's another one that I'm going to be posting on soon. I'll probably record it straight for YouTube. I'm tired of streaming it. I just need to find better software to record with. Anyway, we had, let's see, who else have I known? Who I've met. Well, off topic of nothing close to FMA, I've met Ricky Ricky Simmons, I think his name is. Yeah. Ricky oh no, Ricky and Tavi, yeah. And they had like a little booth at OhioCon. They usually have either a booth or they have a, a panel that they go to. I always miss the panels, but I ended up meeting him. I took a picture of him too, of at the OhioCon that one time, and he does Ricky does Gur's voice from Invader Zim. So I met him, sort of. It's kind of awkward, it's not like, you feel awkward like asking people, like I do, I feel awkward asking people stuff like that, like, can I get your picture? I feel like, I feel weird saying that, sometimes, so you get sort of scared, to talk to them, but usually they're very nice. Like, if you met Vic Mignogna, usually, Vic Mignogna, he likes his fans. He's, he even has a website for them, to, sort of get to know each other. The fans get to know each other and everything, and it's really cool. It's called the Risen Bull Rangers website. They have also they have a forum, they have a chat, they have all sorts of little things that's from Vic. They have little previews of what type of things he's done. They also have a little schedule of when he's going to be at different conventions. So if you ever want to know where Vic Mignogna is going to be, he has a list of conventions, usually on his forum, and or his main website that he has there, the Risible Rangers. And yeah, it's been fun to actually go in there, and they also have like little some of the fans have made little RPGs and games and things that you can do on the forum, and they're pretty fun to do. Like, I like the machine. It was like a sort of a vending machine type thing. So you put something in. It doesn't matter what you put in, and you get something out of it. And it's pretty funny sometimes what you get out of it, because you have to type, insert something, like insert the moon or something like that, and someone tells you what you get, and then they insert something, and then they put down a list of how much stuff they have, and I have quite a bit right now, and so you can put whatever you want, you can put like Edo plushie and things like that in there. It's pretty funny. Anyway, the RPG I've been recently on over there, it would be the Oron High School Host Club. And right now, I don't know, I haven't been on for a while because I've been really, really busy. But so far I've been Honey Senpai, and it's been pretty fun because I've been taking over Honey for a little while. But recently whenever I get on there, it's kind of boring after a while because no one ever's on. And so I'm probably behind a bit because I haven't been on for a while, but it doesn't matter. I've been working on my book, so yeah, and I do illustrations for children's books, if you didn't know. I haven't really done a lot on talking about it on YouTube, but this was a long time ago, this video, and this actually was in between doing the first book. I actually finished the first book, and I'm on to the second book, which I'm on sketching page. I finished sketching page 8 just like yesterday or the day before. So I'm getting through it. I have to color it too. I color on the computer. So I might post a couple of those just to show how I draw on the computer a little bit in color, because I have to do the lines on the computer too. This is just one of the few times I actually don't use the computer, and yeah, there's only a few times I've actually used colored pencils and things like that for actual realistic look. You know, like I could actually color it. I did it with the blue jay I did. I did a cool looking blue jay. It's realistic looking. That I actually sat down and did the coloring out of colored pencils for it. That was probably one of the few times I actually did that. I also did the one of Kai and Katger. I did that for my boyfriend. I color penciled it fully, so it was a pretty long task to do. But yeah, I mean, I don't get many viewers, but you know, it's kind of fun to have some viewers on here. But thanks to all who watch this, because it takes a long time to, you know, do one of these videos and actually commentate on it too, because I don't always have the time to sit here and commentate everything. But since today, I might as well, you know, do something, because, well, I have a couple things to do, but this is just one of the few things that'll get my computer to do something. Right now I'm working on doing Bury the Chopper's. Yeah, I had just finished doing Bury the Chopper's apron thing that he wears, because, you know, he was a butcher, so I had to make it lighter because I figured out, oh, it's lighter, so I had to just erase it, and it looked okay from there. So I'm like, oh, that works. So I used white and made it look a bit different. You know, made it look a little lighter than what it was originally there. And then I just start coloring his regular clothing, which is a little darker. So I figured I could do the clothing underneath last. So at least on him. And also his color skin, I did that later on too. But of course you'll see that a little bit. But anyway, I've had lots of experiences just drawing away and such like that and coloring, that I've picked up different techniques on how to do colored pencil work and things like that. So I might do a couple more colored pencil works. I know I have to finish the one that I drew for me, but it's still sitting here waiting to be colored. So it has a bit different poses to it, so same as that one. It actually has a little bit of blood in it from the. I gave Bear the Chopper another knife, so you know, because these are villains. You go figure. He probably did chop up a couple people in the process, so he's not gonna be nice. I mean, look at him in Fullmetal Alchemist and also Brotherhood. I mean, seriously, in Brotherhood, he still was going, chopping people up and things like that during the series. He wasn't as violent, you know, as a lot of bad guys are, but he's, you know, he has his ways, he has his thought process that he goes through, I guess, and he's like, I want to kill. So, yeah. No wonder he was a butcher, you know. He likes killing things, so he was killing chickens and cows and chopping up their meats, and but then he eventually got tired of that and got hungry for killing people, and so he killed lots and lots of people, and that's why he was put to prison in the series. I know, spoilers. But yeah, just a backstory on Bury the Trapper there. Greed, on the other hand, he doesn't really have much of a past. So, he's just there. He's Greed. Yeah, Greed in the original series actually lasted a couple more episodes than what he lasted in Brotherhood, which is kind of interesting. I thought he would last longer because he is actually a cool character. He barely lasts very long in the original form in Brotherhood. So he gets taken away. His brain gets taken away, I guess his mind, for being greedy, I guess. So yeah. Of course Envy's lasted. He lasts forever. He, she, whoever. Some people say he's a girl, some people say he's a guy. I don't know. It's just, I guess it's the guess that you have, and I'm not gonna tell you. No spoilers for that one. So yeah, it's interesting to have different characters here, with completely different backgrounds in some of them, but of course Greed's the only one that doesn't really have much of a background. Because he's just Greed. No one knows his past, really. He's just there. So, at least in the original series. I've watched part of Brotherhood. I haven't watched all of it, so I know one thing that Greed does get transferred to another body. So, I do know that. I just didn't get to watch past where Pride was in the series, so I'm not gonna tell who Pride is, so you're just gonna have to find out. Watch the series, it's pretty cool. So, anyway, I know I say so many times. Too many times to even mention, but that's just me. This is my first time actually commentating something on drawing with YouTube, so it's a little awkward, you know. It feels like I'm talking to myself a lot, and you know how it goes. A lot of people do that in video game let's plays, and also just drawing. A couple people do that too, and they feel awkward the first time they do it, because I don't know many people that'll watch this and think that and actually sit down and watch this long of a video. I tried to keep it to a minimum, that's why I made it go so fast, because some parts, you know, you don't have a lot going on, so I figured, you know what, since this was put on a stream, I might as well just go and do this, you know, quick, make this quick and do it, because this was like 2 hours long, and I minimized it to like, I think maybe 25 minutes, or something a little less than, yeah, something like that. It was pretty long. Sorry, my nose is like really stuffed up, so I sound weird. But anyway, I was basically trying to do this as quick as I could, and also people were talking to me on the stream, and it didn't make much sense to actually have it play all the way through slow. So I decided to do quick, fast motion everything in here. Anyway, they have, I'm thinking of trying to, I think this is where I was trying to decide. Okay, yeah, I was trying to figure out what to do next, and so I did Bury the Trapper's pants, which I decided to put him in blue jeans, because he really didn't have a specific color for pants, so I just guessed and said blue jeans. I'll put blue jeans on him. That'll work, because you don't really see many pictures of him in human form. Surprisingly enough, they only show maybe the waist, or no, a little above the waist up. So it's hard to tell where, you know, he goes, what he's wearing underneath, and what's his shoes look like, and things like that. I had to make that up. That was the only one I had to make up, actually, because the other two, that you always see them like full bodied, so you know what they wear. Like, you know that Greed wears like weird looking. He looks like he wears elf shoes. I don't know why. In the original series, he looks like he wears elf shoes, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, at least in this one, you can't see much of the shoes because he's behind everybody. But anyway, it's just the way I drew him in this one. In the next one, you'll actually see his shoes, which they kind of look like elf shoes. It's he has weird looking shoes. He looks like an elf, actually. In that one that I have him in this drawing. I don't know why he looks like an elf, but I guess I made his ears that way. I'm not really good with drawing ears all that much. At least earlier on I wasn't, so this was a while back that I made this drawing. It was in 2010. So it was a bit back. I think it was in September. Yeah, September around... It was around the 11th. It was the weekend. Actually no, it's like, I think the 10th. Yeah, it was the 10th. I remember that. It was around the 9th or 10th, because I know the 11th was on Sunday, wasn't it? I think it was either it was Saturday. No, I think it was Sunday, because that was when they did the whole thing for September 11th. Yeah, every year they have a little thing where they'll do a patriotic part, because it usually is on the weekend of September 11th that NDK starts, or non-Desukon if you want to call it its original name. I don't go to it anymore. This was the last one I ever went to, because my friends got kicked out of it, and they were really, really good artists. Yeah, so I'm kind of eerie of going back to non-Desukon. I might go to WasabiCon. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on what goes on with everything else. But this is the rest of the drawing, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.